Hello everyone. I thought I would come on and do a quick video about this glass mat. If you're not familiar with this, in celebration every year, Stampin' Up! Has a special bonus offer for joining Stampin' Up! And so this year there are two options. You can, let me find the page, you can get $30 more in free merchandise. So our starter kit is usually $125 for $125 worth of merchandise for $99, which is a great deal right now, and the shipping is free on that order. Right now, one of your options is to get $30 more, so you get $155 worth of merchandise for $30. But the other option is this Stampin' Glass Mat Studio, which is retailed for $60. So I thought I would just show you what it is and what you can do with it. In case you were thinking about joining and would like to join my team, this is only good through the end of February 2024, this offer. So you want to be sure you jump on it if you're interested in this. So it comes with this beautiful glass mat with the grid lines on it, which is great. It has this silicone mat. These little squares, let me skip this over a little bit, your ink spots. So if you have paper pumpkin, or if you've bought some of those uninked ones and have inked them up, they fit in there perfectly, and this doesn't move. I mean, it sticks there. You can also, you could mix paints and stuff or inks in here, but it might stain it. So that's just something that I want to warn you, that this white will stain. It won't hurt anything. You can still use it, but it might stain it. And I'm going to set that aside. I apologize for the ring light, but there's no way to get around that. It also comes with this cleaning cloth. You can see I've already used mine. You just wet it with water and wipe it down, and it's just fabulous. And if you're worried about it being wet, I saw one lady had cut hers in force and left one dry. You could do that, or just take a paper towel and dry it. But it doesn't take long for it to dry off on its own. So let me show you some of the little tricks that you can use this for. So I'm going to show you this card first. This is the, let me grab it, Rockstar stamp set. And then it has coordinating dies. And I've just started playing with this. It's a lot of fun. But I wanted two different guitars going two different ways. And so you may have seen people do this with their silicone mat, but it works beautifully on this. Now, you'll notice this one is not as sharp and clear. It's not going to be, no matter what you use for your mirror image. So let's ink up our guitar. And I'm using Memento Black. And then the trickiest part of this is to put it down on the mat without it moving. And I might have moved it a little. So you want to just go straight down and straight up. And now you have that guitar image there. And then you just lay your paper again. Don't move it. So you notice I'm always keeping one set of fingers holding it. You just rub on it and then pick it up. I'm trying to pick it up without moving it. It's not cooperating. And now you have a guitar going the other way. Now, because it's going the opposite way, you will not be able to use the die cut. So I just fussy cut this one. So now you have guitars going both ways. So if you have a right-handed guitar player or a left-handed guitar player, and then just wipe it off. Isn't that great? Oh. Another thing, and I am going to, since I'm going to put this paper on there, just dry it a little bit, just to be sure. And it just stays so clean. You know, when you're using your, if you use grid sheets, they get all gunky after a while, and they just look like a mess. This always looks so nice and clean. All right, the other thing you can do, so this is what I did on the background here. I just embossed it with stripes and splatters, and this is the stripes piece. So You know, you usually start off your paper when you're doing something like this. So you just start off, go across. And then as you get ink there, you just pick that back up. So you don't lose as much ink this way because you're using what you've laid down on your mat, on your glass mat too. So then you pick up anything that's there, and there you've not wasted as much ink. Again, and I'm not going to make the whole card. I'm just showing you some tips and tricks. Again, let's wipe this down. See how beautifully that comes clean? Oh, I just love it. All right, let's see. What do I want to show you next? I have two more tips. So if you have big background stamps, they can be difficult to stamp with. One of the things you can do is just lay it on your mat, ink it up. And anytime I've got a big stamp like this, I usually ink it up upside down anyway. But see, that's not moving. So ink that all up. Now I do have a piece of scratch paper for this, just because I'm trying to keep my fingers from getting too messy. So just lay it down. Lay your scratch paper down over it. Again, keep one set of fingers there holding it still. Rub that all over. And there you have a beautifully stamped background. And that didn't move anywhere. This was it's called Botanical Beauty, and it's in the new mini catalog. All right, let's clean this. And then we'll clean our mat too. Because anytime you're inking up like that, you always get some around it. So let's clean this and we'll take it off. Now, if you're not familiar with these cling mount, they have a sticky here on the back. So when you're pulling them up, you do want to be sure you get your finger underneath that sticky part so you don't rip the stamp. All right. Last thing I'm going to show you, let's see if there's anything else on my list I want to tell you about. You can stamp off on here. So if you want, you know, a lighter shade, let's see. Let me just grab another stamp real quick. I don't have anything prepared to show you on this, but I'll just pull out something I have. Here we have this ink we just used. So if you want to stamp this, just grabbing a scratch piece of paper, but you don't want it full strength, then you can stamp off on there and then stamp it. And then it will be a lighter color. And then you can take a blender pen, grab one of those real quick. You can take a blender pen, and again, so you don't waste ink, pick up that ink, and you can color in something. So if I had a leaf there that I wanted to color, then you could use that ink there. So it is a great way to save ink for you. You're also going to save money on grid sheets because you just wipe this off and you don't have to use as many grid sheets. All right. Then the last thing I want to show you, let's clean up the screen. We don't want this in our next one. And then when I'm done, I'll just rinse this out with water. Oh yeah, I don't need to dry it for this one. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to take ink, and you can do this and then use it for coloring, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I watched a video on Stampin' Up and they showed this and I thought it was really neat. So that was Pumpkin Pie. This is Daffodil Delight. I do not want to mix them. I just want to put some on here kind of close, but I don't want to mix them. I don't want any pumpkin pie in my Daffodil Delight. And then take one of the spritzers. So this is just one of our spritzers. It's just filled with water. And just, I'm going to move that card. And just spritz the whole thing with water. So that will kind of blend that a little bit. And then you just take a piece of paper. And I'm getting it on my fingers. That's why you're seeing it on the back side. And then pick it up. Come on. It's like it's wet, so it's sticking. There we go. And then if you want more, you can just add some more. And then you end up with this really pretty background. So I did that one with more water, which was better. And then I did this one earlier and didn't have as much water. And see, this is flattened out. It was all curled up like that. And it's flattened out some with it drying. Let's just pick up some more on this one. It had a corner there that needed some more stuff. And an edge there. Well, I have it here. Now I'm making my fingers all dirty. Isn't that fun? What a fun background that would be. We could use that with that new Hills of Tuscany. All right, so that is, and this one I did, just to save my cloth a little bit, I did use a paper towel first just to get a lot of that ink off. And then I can go back with my cloth. And look at that. Like new, like we never used it. All right. I think that is all I was going to tell you about. Yeah. And I'm sure you can come up with a lot of other ideas, but those were the ones that I saw in the video that I thought were really cute or really good. So again, if this is something that you're interested in, it's only available through the end of February if you join my team, if you join Stampin' Up. So if that's something you're interested in, just reach out to me and we can get that started. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you Wednesday. I will be here live with my Facebook Live on Wednesday night. So I will see you then. Bye.